The federal government gets fresh orders from the United States government after Sowore'S release. Cory Anthony Booker, a United States senator from New Jersey, has asked the federal government to ensure the safety of the convener of Revolution Now protest, Omoyele Sowore. Booker said this in a tweet after the release of Sowore from the custody of the Department of State Services on Tuesday. It will be recalled that the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, and his regime has been criticized from all corners for their acts of lawlessness. The DSS complied with the order granting bail to a former National Security Advisor, Colonel Sambo Dasuki and Sowore. As you all know, that Dasuki was embroiled in a case that has to do with arms dealing, and this happened during the era of Goodluck Jonathan. And according to the ruling of the court, they said that Dasuki cannot be prosecuted for actions and activities that a superior gave to him. Simply put, Dasuki is acting on behalf of the instruction of the president, former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Just like how Goodluck Jonathan cannot be prosecuted for any action that he took whilst he was there as the president. For example, if he had said, all right, you know what, we are going to deal with these terrorists this way, we are going to procure certain items here and there, whatever happens around it, they seem to have a kind of immunity, and afterwards, after they've left, they still cannot be prosecuted in Nigeria, because I've not seen any ex-general or head of state, any president that has been prosecuted, apart from governors that are forced. Why? Because they believe that the hierarchy, the presidency is just everything, and that is what they decide to kind of put in the system, in the constitution, or whatever it is that they practice. Dasuki had been in the custody of the DSS since December 2015, and fortunately for him, he was released. Now, there are stories that Dasuki is being persecuted. Dasuki was persecuted not as a result of any that he stole some money or corruption or whatever it is. The story out there is that Dasuki was nabbed, picked up, prosecuted by this administration because Buhari needed to punish him for his actions, his arrest, the arrest of Buhari in 1985. That is on that side. While Sowore was forcefully re-kidnapped on December 6th, barely 24 hours after he was released from custody, that lasted for over 4 months. In fact, they actually kept him there in jail, in detention, or whatever you want to call it, whilst they were looking for cases that might, kind of cook up and bring up against him, top charges. For example, they said he went to Dubai, collected some money from terrorists, while Sowore had never ever been to Dubai. So just imagine if Sowore had gone to Dubai with his family on vacation. They would have said, yes, that is what he did. But they couldn't come up with that because there wasn't any proof to what they've said. Then afterwards, they came up with, he used his platform to abuse the president. But they didn't say that he used his platform to even help get the president there, maybe directly or not directly. So when you look at all of these things they come up with, they have nothing. They are only scared. They're only worried that a new generation of young people are taking power from them. And they need to secure this power, not just for themselves, but for their children. It's like a monarchy. This is how these people run the system. If you look at a lot of people, apart from some few that some godfather bring in somehow, or some few people that have some few backing, and they are able to just come out of, the underground and become something in Nigeria, as a governor, a senator, or maybe they want to be president or something like that. When you look at the whole system, you realize that many of the people that you point fingers at today, some of them, their children are musicians today. Some of them, they are just all over the place. If you look at them and you check the history, you will realize that their parents were formerly involved in politics. And because their parents have already paved the way financially for them, many of them schooled abroad, because their family have already, their parents have already cooked up everything, That is why many of them are able to get into this position. So simply put, you out there that is trying to fight, kill yourself for these people, you are wasting your time, because their children will keep on ruling over you. Their children will keep on being there whilst you are there. Now, let us look at the difference between wealth accumulation that these people have acquired. They've acquired a lot of money for their children, and for themselves. Now, if you look at if you compare the African Americans in America and the Caucasians that are there, the Caucasians have benefited from the loot, from the criminal activities of their ancestors, and some of them are still involved in it. Neo-colonization and a lot of activities that are ongoing till date. It's like a maintenance of the wealth that they've stolen from other nations. They've killed, they've looted, they've raped, they've done every evil thing out there, but they come out with that smile like they are giving aid to you. They're trying to make things work for you. When you look at all of this, you realize that in America, the Caucasians have already acquired so much money from all these criminal activities, so they have money. They pass wealth down to their children, therefore thereby giving them that power in the United States. You wonder, you see an African American, you see a Caucasian American there, and you just don't understand why they keep on having more power. They dominate there even much more. Even though the African Americans are populating, also giving birth to children, they always make sure they kill, and bring them down too. You see, they use all forms of forms of logics, all forms of styles and different approaches to this. It's the same thing that is happening in that contraption called Nigeria. These people, they call themselves the elites. They've already acquired a lot. They've made sure that their children are schooled abroad. They don't have the same education you have. They have contact. They have foreign citizenship. They have every of these things. These people are now brought into the system. They come to learn one or two things. Don't forget that they already know the system from their parents. They listen to their parents. They know the criminal activities. They have access to certain information, data, whatever it is. So these children, they now bring them into Nigeria, and before you know it, they attend one or two parties, and if they need to educate them more, all they need to do is to just intermarry among them, the elites. Those politicians, they marry each other, the children, so that they can boost the force. And before you know it, you hear that so and so person's daughter or son is this and that, and before you know it, little by little, they learn the ropes. Boom, they come out there. And they want to be governor, they want to be senators, they want to be in the House of Rep, they want to be this, they want to be that. Not because anyone that is a Nigerian cannot aspire to that position, but I'm saying that you will never have the opportunity unless somehow, fortunately for you, you have a godfather that is going to dictate to you. What does all this mean? Simply put, nothing will work in that contraption called Nigeria with the system and the approach. That is why people like this are afraid of the new faces that are coming on to say enough of this. So what do they expect? They expect that people like Sowore should do what? Should take their death sentence for Nigerians and for himself and say, you know what? Join the clique, blend, become part of us. We will show you the way. What do you need? We will give you the opportunity so that you too can eat. After all, once you touch 1 or 2 billions of naira and you have your own private jet, okay, you have your children abroad, we'll introduce you to this and that. And before you know it, Sowore will be one of those people, hanging with the crew, because why? He has been martyred. That's all you need in Nigeria. Make trouble, have foreign connection to be able to run back and forth, make some few trouble, have something behind that is protecting you a little bit. Once they capture you, they take you in, make a little noise, they settle you. That's just it. They settle you with a contract. They say, okay, you know what, we are going to start this way. You'll be an advisor to this president. First of all, we are going to create an office for you and blah, blah, blah. And they give you a portfolio. Then you come out like some of them that you know. And you come out like Keyamo. You begin to talk like you are not reasoning properly again. The same you that was speaking truth to power, you will now begin to speak and glorify tyranny. You begin to speak and say, O level is not important for anyone to be president. What a shame. So guys, that's what it is. It shows the human, that thing that is rooted. They say the heart of humans are so deep. Who can find it? It's like a dungeon filled with death. And that's what we are seeing right there. So the United States of America has given another fresh order, not just to release Omoyele Sowore. That's not just it. We are monitoring all of this. His safety must be guaranteed in Nigeria because they know what these things are all about. They know what these things are all about. Very wicked people. There's nothing they cannot do. So Dasuki has been in the custody, like I said, since 2015, and he has also been released to his family. He has been released to his family. Just few. I think they both released both of them. So I think Buhari decided to do this. Like, okay, you know what? Let's just do this thing and let him also be part of this package. They gave them like an extra, like a plus. So that is just what it is. That's what it is. There are a lot of senators in America that had to be part of this. They also reacted to the release of Sowore'S, lamented that the activist was deprived of the opportunity to celebrate Christmas with his family because it's just too close. He would have been in America to celebrate Christmas with his family. And the Senator Booker tweeted, he said, glad to hear that Omoyele Sowore'S has been released from prison, though it's unfortunate he cannot join his family in New Jersey for the holidays. Now, the Nigerian government was assured his continued safety and the security as he awaits trial and sees their concerning attacks on the press. So guys, that's just what it is for now. If you're not a member of this channel, let us build it together, and you can do so by simply tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It is very free. It is all free. Just tap on it. It will alert you whenever our videos such as this are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.